Hi everybody, welcome back. I am here today with my beautiful dear friend, Lissa Rankin. It's so good to have you with me. I love you.
So happy to be here.
Dr.
Thank you.
Lissa Rankin in my house. And she's out with a new book. This is so exciting. This woman writes the best books. And this one's called Mind Over Medicine, Scientific Proof That You Can Heal Yourself. And I love you because there's nothing hotter than like a really smart doctor who also has these really holistic beliefs. And it's just amazing.
Thank you.
And so I'd love to give everybody just sort of a quick explanation of how you started to move a little bit to the left when you were working as an OBGYN and what happened?
Well, I worked for 8 years after 12 years of education, 8 years of practice. I just realized that our system was so broken. I was feeling really out of integrity with the way I wanted to be practicing. You know, I was expected to see 40 patients a day. I had about 7.5 minutes with a lot of my patients. And I knew that to be a healer, we needed more time and we needed to go deeper. Mm-hmm. And so I got really curious and started investigating, you know, the scientific proof out there, because there's a lot of talk about this kind of thing and sort of the new age literature and whatever, but I was a skeptic, and I'm trained in sort of the ivory towers of the academic world. My dad was a doctor, so I really kind of wanted to come at it from a different perspective of like, you know, prove it to me. Is there any data around this? And so if I had one thing to kind of share with your audience, it would be that we've been proving, first off, that the mind can heal the body for over 50 years in the medical establishment. We call it the placebo effect, and it's gotten this bad rap, like it's only the placebo effect. But like, come on, 18 to 80% of the time, people in clinical trials who are getting nothing more than a sugar pill or a saline injection or a fake surgery are getting better.
18 to 80
18 to 80% of the time. It's about, on average, it's about 35%.
Wow.
So I got really curious, like, how does that happen? And it turns out that the body has natural self-repair mechanisms. It knows how to, you know, fix broken proteins, kill cancer cells, fight infections, retard aging. And yet this was the biggest kicker of the book that I found, is that those natural self-repair mechanisms only work when the nervous system is relaxed. Right. So there's two states of the nervous system. There's what Walter Cannon at Harvard called the stress response, and that's fight or flight, you know, the body's emergency state, where the body's full of cortisol and epinephrine and norepinephrine. And then there's what Herbert Benson called the relaxation response, where the body is filled with healing hormones like oxytocin, nitric oxide, dopamine, endorphins. And when the body is in the relaxation response, then those natural self-repair mechanisms can get to work. And that's why researchers think the placebo effect works. People go into these clinical trials, and that combination of positive belief and the nurturing care of a healthcare provider activates those relaxation responses, and the body can heal itself.
Right.
But most of us are running around in stress response all the time.
Particularly if someone's sick, they're even more stressed.
Totally.
They're stressed about being sick.
Well, and their doctor is stressing them out by saying things like, this disease is chronic, you've got a 5% 5-year survival rate, you know, terrible things like that. So there's such a thing called the nocebo effect, which is the opposite of the placebo, which means if you think you're not going to do well, you won't.
Right.
So it's all about that ratio of stress responses and relaxation responses. And you do amazing work helping people activate those relaxation responses. So meditation is a fantastic, you know, tool. Herbert Benson taught the relaxation response, which was based on transcendental meditation.
Right.
And there's all kinds of other amazing relaxation response activators that are super easy, like playing with animals, or generosity, giving to other people, creative expression, going to spiritual communities like the one that you do with your group coaching sessions. All of those are relaxation response activators. Laughter. We can sit here and laugh, right?
Well, I mean, even some Kundalini Kriyas, like the end of the Kriya, you're supposed to laugh.
Exactly.
It's
exactly.
amazing.
I mean, massage, yoga, these are all great. But we also need to reduce stress responses.
Right.
So it's not just about, you know, eating right, getting enough exercise, taking your vitamins. It's also about having healthy relationships and a healthy spiritual life and a healthy professional life and a healthy sex life and healthy relationship with your money. All of those things, as it turns out, there's scientific proof linking them to your health.
So is there anything in the book that you think that people can walk away with right now that they can use today to start to heal their life?
Yeah, I mean, the single easiest thing that's in this book is Herbert Benson's relaxation response. So
Awesome.
do you want to do it real quick?
Let's do it.
Okay, so close your eyes. And just start taking a deep breath. And choose a word, just any word that resonates with your own belief system. So maybe something like one, or peace,
Love.
or love. And on the exhale, as you breathe, just repeat that mantra. And try to progressively relax all the muscles in your body, starting at your feet and progressing up your body while breathing and repeating that mantra. And if other thoughts come into your mind, just passively disregard them. Notice them. Hello, remembering. Hello, planning. And just continue back with the breathing and the mantra. You can open your eyes. If we were with Herbert Benson, he'd ask us to do that for 10 to 20 minutes, once or twice per day. And what he found is that you don't actually even have to close your eyes and sit down. That you can do that while driving, while shopping, while cooking, while, doing whatever it is that you do.
It's funny that you say that, because a lot of times people say, well, how long do you meditate for? And my answer these days is I meditate all day long.
All day, right.
I just meditate all day long, because I'll constantly be tuning back in. And whether it's through your breath or through a mantra or an affirmation, but obviously breath being the key component here.
Absolutely. Well, and that's so it's so great that you're doing that, because we can't avoid all the stressors in life. But if we're countering them with this easy relaxation response activator, then every time you do that, you're turning on your body's natural self-repair mechanisms.
Yeah, it's not necessarily about stopping stressors from coming into your life. It's about how do you dance with them? How do you move through them? How do you calm?
Right. It's both.
Great.
It's both. Yeah. When I was asking my patients, like, what does your body need in order to heal, which is the single best question you can ask yourself, many of them would say things like, I need to quit my job. I need to, work on my marriage. I need to put my mother in a nursing home. So reducing stress responses in that way is important as well. But this technique is super easy.
Well, I like that question. What does your body need to heal? So why don't you leave that in a comment below? And maybe if Lissa has any free time in her busy, crazy schedule and book launch, she might be able to respond to you, and I'll definitely write back. But to just even say that out loud and express it to a community and have that open forum of saying what you believe your body needs to heal will be the first step. And check out the link below. Buy your copy of Mind Over Medicine, and do not miss out on this amazing gift to the world, because we, not only for ourselves, but for every being around us, need to learn how to really come into that place of relaxation in an instant. And that will greatly support your own life and the lives of every being that you touch. So take it very seriously. Have a wonderful week, everybody. Check out the book. Thank you, Lissa. I love you.
Thank you, sweetie. I love you too.
Satnam.
Thank you all.